let's hear the story. Let's hear, why did you nominate her, and what did you say in your letter?
Well, pretty much, I just got really, really inspired by her when I was admitted to the hospital both times. The first time, I didn't really get to know her that well, but I could tell that she was just really caring and just a big role model to me. And I've always known I've wanted to work in the healthcare field, but like I feel like from seeing her, that just made me like really even want to do it even more, just because she's so loving toward everyone. And so I just explained some of the things she did. Like, I remember one time she accidentally squirted Tylenol in her eye, and then she just made a joke about it.
My eye hurt that day.
Yeah. So that really got me laughing. And then just other little stories about her family. And so I just loved her so much. I've had a lot of health problems earlier on in life, and I do remember a little bit of that, but like even with that, she's been the best nurse I've ever had.
How hard was it to write this? Was it, I'm assuming that you don't write a lot, maybe I'm wrong, and how did you know where to start and what to say?
Well, it kind of just came out because she's just so amazing, and it ended up being pretty long, but I feel like I guess I wrote it, and then I showed it to my mom, and then my mom instantly started crying because she just loved it so much.
So did I when she sent me a copy of it.
And I guess it just kind of came out. It actually didn't take me that long, probably only 30 minutes, and then I revised it, and then it was good.
And now what is it like when she won?
I saw it in the newspaper actually when I was up at doctor appointments, and I was kind of nervous for those, but then when I saw it, I was like, I'm so happy. I was like, I couldn't believe it because she's just amazing and she deserves it, and I was just ecstatic, I guess. And it
Would
made
you
me feel
encourage
better.
others to do that? Would you say, you know what, if you had somebody who was really good, nominate them?
Yeah, definitely. Because sometimes they might not feel that appreciated, and so it's good that they get to have some appreciation at least one time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I'll let you go, and then I'll
Okay.
just keep talking to her.
Bye.
My heart just, what does it mean to win this?
Everything. I honestly was surprised, which I think every nurse is, just because we don't ever think that we deserve it, only because nursing is what we do. It's our passion. Like, if you love your job, you go to work, and it's not work. I love what I do. I started out not working in pediatrics. I actually said that I was never going to work in pediatrics because I didn't want to take care of kids. And now 6.5 years later, I'm working on my pediatric nurse practitioner.
Wow. In the nomination, we learned that you did more than just healthcare. A lot of it is just relating to the patient,
Yes.
playing games. Where does all this come from?
I look at all of my pediatric patients like they're my own children. I have 4 kids at home. They are my everything, my world. And when I have pediatric patients admitted to the hospital, I look at them and it's my kid in the bed. And if they're having a bad day or they have a headache or they're bored, I take out a card game, or I've done scavenger hunts in the hallway. I look at them like they're my own kids and treat them like they're my own.
Does that help? Does that change the way they...
It does. I feel like it lets them open up to me more. I love telling juicy stories about my kids, and then I'll go home and be like, hey, I told your story about this. And they're like, oh, Mom,
And they
all
go,
the time.
I know that person.
Yes.
Right?
Well,
You'll
I
get back
mean,
at school or something.
Most of the time they don't know my kids because I do live out of town, so I do drive to work. But my kids just are not super excited when I tell other people their most like embarrassing stories.
In your career, you've learned different things about, just where I want to be at this point. And I think it's a different kind of a path.
Yes.
What is that? Is that just the job opening up and saying, there are other opportunities for you?
I have been married to my husband for going on 16 years, and I always told him, I'm like, I think I want to be going to nursing. I think I want to be a nurse practitioner, but I didn't ever think I was smart enough. I actually started out with as a social work major.
Oh, wow.
And then switched to nursing and haven't looked back. It's kind of gone really fast. I got my LPN, and then I had some time off between my LPN and my RN because my husband had a work accident. Got my RN, got my BSN, and then finished my BSN and started on my master's. And I have 2 years left, and I'll be done.
Wow. Is it hard to juggle all that?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, I just finished my last final for my spring class, and I was like, oh, I have more time. I've got time to do things because not every open minute is studying. Well, I have 3 kids in ball now, so time? No. I actually think if I had less to do, I would be less organized. I'm a very organized person. And
When you are learning like this, what do you wish they would teach in school?
I don't know. Like a specific class?
Things that you've learned on the job where you go, this is something we need to know about. And maybe a teacher could address that issue. And maybe there are too many things that you have to get to first that there is no time for that.
I can't think of anything specific off the top of my head. It would just have to be like, oh, this is something that they should teach in school. Like, they always try to teach you time management, but time management's huge in nursing. Like I said on stage, like, you can have an idea of what your day is going to be like, and it will go out the door 3 minutes later.
Okay, what advice would you give somebody wanting to go into nursing?
Follow your passion. If you think that you want to go into pediatrics or you want to do med surg or you want to do oncology, just follow your passion. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't do it.